Hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, wherever you guys are at. I'm also going live on Facebook. Facebook, Sudi_Burnett. Hello, Margaret. Good morning. Hi, Susan June. So great to have you guys here. Um, you guys can also join me on Facebook, Sudi_Burnett. Good to see everyone. Are you guys ready for David today? Mondays, as you all know, is our tarot days. So I'm happy to be here. Hi, Sudijan. Oh, so pretty, man. Thank you. Hi, Sahar. Okay, fabulous. Hi, Marjan June. What an amazing day it is today, huh? How was live yesterday? Hi, Ronak June. Good to see you here. Hello, Mandana. Hi, Mahak John. Good to see you. Okay, so we're going. Oh, hold on. Is this David? Yes, it is. Yes, let's get David on. Hold on. Hey. Hello, tell me, where are you guys from? Where are you joining us from? Mahak, where are you from? Oh, good morning, David.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and we're so looking forward to have another live with you.
That's great. Yeah, me too. I see all the people, and hello to everybody who's here.
Yes,
Hi, Tia.
everybody is so excited. We're ready for you, Dave. So
Hi,
lead us
Sahar.
on. What are we doing today?
Well, we'll just do some readings like last time. I wanted
Uh-huh.
to say, before I start, a couple of quick things before I start doing. So if you want to think, anybody wants to think of what they want to know or any questions,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't know much about divination, and tarot is one way of divination, you know, a deck, this deck, I'm just giving one deck. I don't sell this deck or anything, but like this is an example of a deck that's very good if you don't understand how to read tarot, you didn't study it much, because it doesn't have the dark shadows as much. They're a little bit lighter, but they're still there.
Okay.
All the same exact cards as a tarot deck.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, like every card, it says the words to help you. So you don't need
Beautiful.
to know all the information in your mind. So anybody, this is called I like this one because the artwork's nice too. It's called the Fairy Tarot Cards by Doreen
Gosh, they're
Virtue
so
Avenue Valentine.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're very pretty. So, anybody who's watching right now, if you want to try something like doing it for yourself, get a deck. If not this one, there are other ones that have the words on them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And those can help you understand to get started until you know more. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so that's the one thing. And then the other thing is actually last week, quite a few people DM me after I couldn't keep up to everything. I did a reading for everybody. So I just want to say, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that, but here's what we're going to do. When I do a reading for everybody today, I want you to notice what goes aha to you, because I'm reading for everybody. Even though I'm reading for one person, it's not an exact personal reading one-on-one. So it's still a bit general.
Mm-hmm.
So you take that aha, what you feel for your situation, because that's a message for you as well. Even if I don't read for you today, you can take that as a message for yourself. Just notice it and trust what you feel resonates with you.
Beautiful. So are you saying, Dave, that we overwhelmed you with emails and contacts?
No, no, no. It was all good. Not overwhelmed. I don't get overwhelmed too much, but if I do, but it was just it was a lot because it takes me just for one person by a DM. It takes like by the time I tune into them and then pull the cards and then take a photograph for them and then typing it's like 20 minutes or something, I realized. So 5 or 6 people, it was taking me a long time.
So let me
But
ask
they
you
were
a question.
they were so nice. They are so nice. Everybody was so nice to me.
Persians are very tricky, David. Don't get tricked by us.
Ah,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Every, yeah, well, the trickster, I think, is in every culture.
Mhm.
The
No,
trickster is in
I'm
every
just
culture.
joking. Yeah, but David, how about if you use voice and recording instead of typing? Would that help you out more?
Um, well, it's not so much that, it's just I'm actually very busy. That it's mostly how busy I am.
Mhm.
And I don't normally do that. Like this is how I do these with my wife sometimes too. We do live streams where we do readings for everybody because she's
Yeah.
also a reader. And that's how we do it. If we don't have time to do everything, like everybody who's there, we can't do
Mhm.
them. There are messages coming through for everybody if they pay attention and do it that way. So that's basically, I don't mind doing one or two, but after that I like doing, I mean, I already do, as you do, you do a lot of pro bono. It's promotion, but it's
Yeah.
also free. Like I don't put fluff. None
Yeah.
of my content is fluff.
Mhm.
It's all real content. So
Mhm.
if even somebody can't afford to uh, for my services, they still can look at my free content and they can get almost everything
Mhm.
if they
That's
put their,
beautiful.
do you know what I mean? Like if they
Yeah.
put their mind to it.
Yeah.
So,
So what I'm getting before we get started, Dave, is that you kind of think like I do. When I do a live or with my materials, I give so much. I give
right,
more than 100%, and I never think like, oh, if I'm giving out too much, people will not use my services anymore, or
right,
they don't get sessions from me. That
right.
never comes in my mind because we all know that the true source is universe, and we're just here to be at service, and everyone around us is our soul sisters and our soul brothers. So basically we're doing it for as oneness, whatever we can give out.
Absolutely.
And that's how I always look at it. And funny enough, I was thinking about my previous life. I said to everybody, I said, look guys, you don't have to necessarily get a private coaching session with me. If you go on my YouTube, I have over 800 videos up there. I talked
Right.
about everything, right?
Yeah.
So if you listen to all that stuff, you don't really need to get. And then I thought, what a great salesperson I am. Like I'm telling everybody, you don't need a. But no, that's beside the point. It's just like I never think that money comes from other people, from humans. I think like our
Right.
source, the real source is the universe, and the universe is the one who's providing us. And here we are to see everyone as our family, as our soul family, and to help each other through this journey, since this journey is just not very easy. So
Absolutely.
anyhow, let's get
Absolutely.
into it, David. We got it. That everybody, did you hear what David said?
Oh yeah, if I didn't, I would do this for free if I didn't. But the world is also the way it is. We need money because that's how it is right now. So if I had more time and I already put everything, like you said, to help with what I can, and then after that, we have to find what works for us with how much we can give, and then how much we need to rest and have time to
To take
um,
care of ourselves
take
and
care.
fill
So
up
yeah,
our
exactly.
energy back again. Yes, I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay, so if anybody, I want you guys to think of questions. Remember to look, if you don't get called, pay attention to any of the messages and the cards that stand out to you. Think of any questions, or if you just want general guidance, and let me know. We can get started right now. I'll answer as many people as I can.
Okay. Okay, everybody, oh my God, David, 11:11. Just see how universe works with us. It's
It does.
11:11 my time. So set your intention, guys. What is it? Do you have any questions? What's your
Hi,
intention?
Pippa. Hi, Maro.
Hi, Floren.
Hi, Britt.
Lauren, if you want to see David and Mahak, we're on Instagram, Sudi_Burnett. You can
Oh,
join there.
oh, sorry, I saw Gig Rose 2, General Guidance. Okay. Is that okay if I pick one?
Of
Okay.
course.
All
It's
right.
all
So,
yours, Dave. You do whatever you like.
all right. So this is for Gig Rose. That's your handle. Positive guidance. What does Gig Rose need to know? Gig Rose 2 needs to know right now for her highest good. Positive guidance for Gig Rose for her highest good. Let's see what comes through. Okay. So the first card that came through is the Knight of Cups. There you go. The Knight of Cups. And cups are emotions, arts, psychic abilities, those kinds of things, the unconscious mind. And he's giving you an invitation. So this can be a lot of things. It could even be, anything. It's a proposal. It could be, but it's emotional. So it could even be, like an example would be somebody asking you on a date, or it could just be something that makes you feel good inside, an invitation or a proposal. And it's that's the main theme. There's something going to come your way that's going to be an opportunity or an invitation that you can, it's on an emotional level though, in a positive way. All right. It's going to influence your heart, uplift your heart. And you can decide whether to take that or not, because in the past, the Queen of Wands, okay? So the Queen of Wands, this is somebody who's very optimistic, cheerful, always on the go. They get a lot done, and they're like a whirlwind of activity and dynamic, okay? Think of fire. It's the element of fire. But they forget the details a little bit sometimes, and they don't like dealing with the details. Okay, so this might be somebody that's in your life right now that influences your situation, but I think it's more the way you've been. You need to be a little bit more, I feel you need to be proactive. You need to put yourself out there a little bit more somehow. And maybe you've been holding back, but you need to show yourself forward more and also be more optimistic. I'm getting that you might have a habit of being a little bit seeing the glass as half empty. Instead, turn that around and try to look for gratitude with everything. I'm not saying you don't. And there's no judgment in anything I say in a reading ever. They're just suggestions that are coming through, okay? So, and we all need to practice that anyways, being more grateful. You can even be grateful for things that you don't like, because and it works if you try it. So, okay, so that's saying too, but just be more optimistic and put yourself out there, saying, because this card, you don't even need me to tell you what that means, right? You can just look at the picture, and it's a bunch of three swords right through the heart. So what that traditionally means is it means quarreling and arguing and not getting along and feeling separated from what you want in some way. Okay, and sometimes it can mean that there's a distance between you and somebody that you have a heart connection with. There's a actual distance, like they live somewhere far away. Sometimes it can mean that as well, depending on your situation. All right, but so take that with you. I just want to pull one more card, because how would you deal with that? There's an ending, okay? And don't be afraid of this card. This is a part of life. It's just an ending. We all go through endings. Like, I've been getting this card a lot lately, and that's because we're moving, okay? So it's an ending, and that's what it is. It's a chapter in your life, or something, a situation in your life is ending, and it's right beside, connected with this. So you just need to give yourself time and space to to heal. But there are, this card, remember, is saying there are new opportunities coming your way. Okay, stay optimistic, and remember that when the old goes, that's when one door closes, another one opens, and keep your hope. Okay, because good things are coming to you as well. All right, so I hope that was helpful. General guidance for you. So you need to connect specific.
David, can I just throw something in there from what I picked up energetically? What I got from the previous card that you pulled in for her was the issue was undecisiveness.
Okay.
Like, tell me, Gyro, if that makes sense or not. It's like,
yeah.
Like I'm in between two roads, but I can't make a decision. Would I go there or would I go here? And if this is the end of a chapter and other good things are waiting out there, would I trust to close this chapter? And is this attachment of what is known to me right now, my situation, whatever it is, whether I'm happy or I'm not happy, it's familiar to me. So how could I trust and give myself that courage to totally close down this chapter and move on to the next chapter, although it looks very promising, but I don't trust it?
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. With making that choice and the new opportunities coming your way, you don't want to miss them, but you can't force yourself at the same time to trust. You can't make yourself trust when you're not ready. You need to give yourself time, but you need to nurture yourself and the trick is not to push too hard, but not to get stuck either.
Yeah. So she says undecisive, unknown.
Yeah.
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 You gotta make a decision, girl. It's a bad place to be in between, here or there. Close it down, move on.
Okay, well, there's another person here. I see one Mona, one Amor, one. I would love to get guidance, please. So one Mona, one Amor, one. Okay. So what I need to do is really look at your name, at your handle, so that to make sure that we're connecting on what I call the causal plane. So like everything, the way that works is a higher frequency, like a different channel than what we are here. Some people call it 5D.
Yeah.
But it's like where everything actually, we can influence things here by going to that higher frequency. It's like when you put a rock in the lake and the ripples go out. So we see things happen here and we think it was caused here, but it was actually already the ripple. It's only the ripple here from there.
Right.
So that's what these cards, and we are tuning into that level.
Great. Hi, Jalil. We're also on Instagram there. You can join me, Sudi _ because I'm going live on my Facebook page too. So I'm responding to some of these guys. Jalil, we're live on Instagram, Sudi _ Burnett. You can join us there. Hi, Marjan June. Good to see you. Okay. Yes, we're also live. Sahar, please put the Instagram on Facebook so they know where to join us on Instagram. Thank you very much.
Okay, one Mona. The first card, King of Cups. Okay, now this is a man, possibly it's a man who is compassionate, sensitive, artistic, deep, sometimes has a troubled conscience maybe, but is somebody who's generally got a kind heart and sensitive, okay? Although he might seem aloof or, a bit distant at times, but actually his heart is very warm, okay? And if he's not a man, these cards represent people, but if they don't represent people, they represent a symbol of how you need to be, okay? Even though it's masculine, it means you need to be a leader in terms of relationships and interpersonal relationships in some way, in some area of your life. Okay, so you need to manage and lead with that, with interpersonal relationships, okay? That's the theme. And then what's been creating this theme is also a need for balance. You've been trying to balance two worlds, okay? Specifically, like an example, what this could mean sometimes in a reading with someone is even something like they need to balance their money, like they need to take money from that place to put it in that place, to put it in that place type of, you know, when you have to do things like move money around, or they might be, you know, going to school and at night and working, that type of thing, or they might be just in a nice flow with, you see there's a rainbow between. So it can be just a nice flow where you're multitasking and doing different things, like, you know, taking care of your family, taking care of your kids, doing some work, and you're just in a flow between these different things. So that's what's going on. It's a nice flow of being busy. And then the outcome is Three of Cups. And this is all about celebrating, having a reason to celebrate with people that you know. And it's not necessarily a formal celebration like a big event or a party or anything. It could be just, you know, well, it might not happen now with the COVID lockdowns, but let's say you're at work and you go to get a glass of water at the water cooler and you see your friends that you didn't see for a couple of weeks and you're joking around for a couple of minutes and it lightens up your day and you go back to your desk and you can work better, you know, for no reason. It's just like a spontaneous reason to celebrate and joy that'll just come into your day. Okay, it'll be like something that you didn't expect, and it'll just be, oh, I feel like celebrating, like somehow you connect with someone, and it's just some lightheartedness for a few minutes or a half an hour, an hour even, and you didn't expect it. Okay, so that's what you have to look forward to right now. Mona, Mona. Did you want to say anything about that, Sudi?
Should I? I don't want to interfere with your.
You're not. I like when you have something to add. If you don't, that's okay too, because it just means there's nothing to add.
The minute you started, I got this fire energy. The energy is more like Leo energy, fire, but in the same time very passionate and very heartfelt.
Okay.
So generally, what I picked up for her is that it's not safe to be so. You need to tone it down. That's what I'm hearing. Like, it's not safe to be so living the life so fully, to be so passionate and all that. Somehow, it's the message in subconscious mind is it's not safe to throw yourself out there. Tone it down. And that's not a right message, but that's what I got for her.
That's okay. That it's coming through for a reason. Everything comes through for a reason. And that's interesting because this card is on the cusp, like if it's related to, all tarot cards have astrological associations. And this card happens to elementally, kings are fire, but this is water. So it's fire and water together. And so it's right on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. Okay, so it's like a blend of Cancer and Leo.
Yeah.
The King of Cups. Okay, so that's interesting how you picked up the Leo.
It was the fiery energy of that, and the first card that you showed her, picked for her, but like I said, it's like, you know, so many times we don't show our talents. It's like, let's tune it down so everybody else is going to be okay with it. Like, she's afraid to use fully her talents and show up who she is.
Right. That makes sense.
So you need to turn into a Batman. Come out fully.
All right, I'm going to pick some cards for Maral.
Yeah.
I know I'm not saying rolling my R properly.
Marjan from Facebook, she says, I want him to read my card. Marjan, are you on Instagram? You gotta be on Instagram, or you won't be picked by
guidance
David.
from Maral. This is for Maral.
Okay.
And Let's see what comes through from Maro. Positive guidance from Maro. Anything that Maro needs to know that will help her with moving forward right now and with some clarity and understanding. Remember, everybody else, anything that comes through to you, anything that jumps out at you is a message for you. Positive guidance from Maro. Okay. Ah, okay. All right, so I almost have to read these cards together, but I will read them one at a time for you guys, because sometimes when I see cards, I get the message from everything together, but then I have to say it in words. Okay, so again, this is an invitation or a proposal or some matter of the heart, something, you know, it's something that you're considering about with a matter of your heart, something that relates to your heart. In the past, you know, it was like with a, you know, feeling fulfilled emotionally with your home life and with commitment in family life. But now you're feeling like the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords sometimes, okay, she's very assertive. She speaks up for herself, but she also has a sword. So sometimes she cuts things she cuts things that no longer serve her. So this is you right now. And, you know, it's like you're considering what you need to cut out of your life and what you need to keep. Okay, does that make sense to you, Maro? So it's something to do with your heart, something to do with your home and family, and, you know, certain things you're wondering if you need to cut something away or keep something and what you should keep. And also about being more true to yourself. So that's your message.
Beautiful.
If you want to say anything, go ahead.
It is, she says.
Okay, good. Good. And is there anybody else you were saying? Somebody, Sudi. Oh, oh.
I read 4th of July. I don't know who that is. But Marjan from Facebook, she's saying that she's not able to join Instagram. Would it be possible for you to read it? Yes.
Yeah, so her name is Marjan?
Marjan, yes.
Marjan. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Yes, you are. Perfectly.
Oh, that's amazing.
M-A-R-J-A-N, Marjan.
Marjan.
Yeah.
So I know my wife has another language as well. It's like Russian kind of language, and I can't make any of the sounds, no matter how hard I try.
I know.
Marjan. Marjan.
It's the name of a flower.
Okay. All right. So positive guidance from Marjan. See what comes through. What do you need to know that will support you with moving forward from Marjan? Okay. You guys are awesome, by the way, for being here and reflecting light off of each other back and forth all over the place.
Mm-hmm. You got special attention, Marjan. She said, thank you, David.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so there's something going on in your life with property and what you own and belongings. And you know, sometimes this can even mean moving your belongings. It can also sometimes mean, depends on the other cards. And there isn't this card here that there might be something to do with even money coming from an inheritance or something like that. But either way, it's your property, okay? Your deeds, your land deeds, your house deeds, all that stuff, all your property, your earthly stuff, okay? Something's going on there, and whatever it is, you're protected, okay? So there's nothing to worry about. The star is like hope and inspiration and protection from, you know, however you believe, whether you want to believe in angels or ascended masters or just higher forces, higher powers, however you believe for you. Okay, but this is a message that they're around you and they're protecting you and guiding you, okay? And that at the end of the day, everything's going to work out. It's about healing as well, okay? Deep spiritual healing. And this is saying, I mean, maybe I don't know your situation exactly, but it's saying money is good. So you're in a position where you can either be generous with your money. In other words, you can relax and enjoy, and maybe it's people in your family or, you know, your kids or somebody like that, like you're able to actually help them with money because you're in a good position that way. Or if you feel like things have been tight, this is saying, don't worry, it's all going to come around and you're going to be taken care of financially. Okay, this is a really good omen card for financial situation. Okay, but it's saying it's all about the give and take. You know, somebody's giving, but somebody's receiving. Okay, that flow of giving and receiving. Okay, so I hope that was helpful and matches up. You can find a way you need to take it, remember, and match it with specifically what's going on in your life. Because we're not talking in actual, we're not talking at all. So, you know, you can't tell me, yeah, like, oh yeah, like that person sent me an invitation to get some stocks or something like that, and then we can connect it, you know.
Yeah. David, I got a question. The first
Yes.
card that was related to material, that doesn't mean relocating. I don't know why.
It can mean relocating. Like, yeah, absolutely. It can mean sometimes um, the uh, the Ten of Pentacles, because it's a trunk. It's got all your belongings, and it can mean relocating. I didn't see any other, like I would do normally a
Yeah.
larger reading, so that probably would have came through. But that is one of the secondary meanings of that card, is it can also mean moving, depending on the other cards around. But
Right.
absolutely, that would be probably what it is if you are moving,
So
because I'm getting
Marjon,
that
tell us
card.
here.
Yeah,
Write
that's
down
what it
for
means.
me. What did that make sense for you, that it's worrying about material and you're being safe regarding that, and it's okay to loosen up to um, your properties or whatever you have or whatever you own is protected. Um, Thank you both. It was one of my concern. Okay, Marjon, are you thinking about relocating? Just respond to that. Yes, David, you're absolutely right on. She said that was one of my concerns.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she doesn't have to worry. It's going to be okay. It
It's,
might look like it's not okay to your mind right now,
yeah,
but you're going to be okay. All right.
you're going to be
So,
okay. Everything
Karishma, I
will
want
be all
something
right.
about love life. Karishma. Karishma Shah 1111. Anything coming for your love life? Of course, you are love. It's inside of you right now. But let's see what the cards say. Positive guidance for Karishma and love.
Hi, Mahnush. Hi,
What does
Nathaniel.
Karishma need to know about love? What does Karishma need to know about love? What does Karishma need to know about love? Wow. Okay. Well, there are some, right now you just need to talk with people and get to know them. It's saying, like, this card has come up a few times in a row now, I think. The Knight
Oh
of
my
Cups.
God, yeah, we're on the road today.
Yeah, so everybody pay attention to this card. There's it's an invitation or a proposal. It can be a romantic proposal. So this is, because you're asking about love, I would say that there are opportunities coming your way, but I don't see with the other cards that I can say you're going to find the one right now. But this is saying that, because combined with the other cards that I'm seeing are, how do I show you this? Well, I'll show you these two first. This card's in the past, okay, and this is I'm picking this up as being you, okay, and it's saying that you're still hurt from something from the past, and you want love, but at the same time, there's another part of you that's a little bit not trusting of it, and you have your guard up about love, okay? You're a little bit, you're on guard a little bit. So that sends out an energy, okay? But by taking these invitations, I don't know the form, but it might just be a little bit of dating, talking to somebody online or whatever it is. That will help you to trust yourself more. Like you just have to have fun right now. That's what it's saying with opening up. Just have fun. Just a little bit of talking and getting to, you know, it's like starting a fire. You just need a little spark right now. You don't need to make a big fire and have, you know, don't look at it as you have to find this perfect person right now. Just enjoy interacting with people, and that will get you to open up and trust more. But I see that right now you're in a really good place. It's saying that you're, you know, you're going to feel like you're in an it's this card. The one key word for this card is accomplishment. It's like you are financially doing well, and but you spend a lot of time on your own, but you don't feel alone. You're actually happy on your own. So that's what's going to happen. You need to feel that love for yourself and feel happy with yourself first. And maybe you already do. So, you know, I'm not sure how to interpret this right now, whether it's you are this way already or you need to be this way. Okay. So take that and see how that fits with you, what you think. Are you already comfortable in your own skin and feeling abundant with yourself and feeling grounded with yourself and feeling like you can just be yourself? Or do you need that? Because, okay, I see Sudi saying no. So yeah, you need that. You need to do that before, but this is going to help you. Okay, just have fun. Don't think this, just because you talk to someone, that don't be putting on so much pressure that this person has to be the one. Just enjoy it for what it is, and allow that to create. It's like being a magnet. You have to be a magnet to attract that person to you. And right now you're not. You're being almost the opposite of a magnet. You're pushing it away a little bit. And again, nothing I say is a judgment. It's just we all have blind spots. We all have things we don't see. So it's just to help you see so that you can, and you only have to open up this little much right now. You don't have to change completely 100% overnight. Just go this much and then this much, and that will start. So.
Can I throw something in, Dave?
Absolutely.
What I'm picking up for her is that void or that empty space. It's so much, and she's just feeling this urgency that she needs to fill that void right away.
Yep. Yeah.
And for her is related to a love issue. But I think what's going on is that be okay and accept that emptiness, because that void or emptiness is not really empty. It's so much going on in there. But if you can relax and be okay and accept this space, in this empty space, which is not actually empty, then the love and all that will come out. But until you really be okay with yourself and have this love for yourself, this acceptance for yourself, because what I'm getting is she's constantly beating herself up now, nagging about the way she is and not being complete and improvement. You know, for us, David, which somehow as women we get lost and we're like, oh, I found someone when I lose that extra 18 pounds, or I get this, and it's like having love in our lives is dependent on something outside. So I think basically that's what I get. But Marjon said, when I asked about relocating, she says she's thinking about moving with her boyfriend. Can that be that relocating that she's going?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's sort of a bit of a glimpse into the possible future that might be happening. You know, it's something you're thinking about. It's just saying it's definitely something that's coming through right now. Absolutely. We'd have to do a deeper reading to know for sure, but you will find out anyways.
Marjon, you can contact David directly for a full reading. All right.
And as far as love goes, I mean, it's funny because when people are alone, it's normal and natural and healthy to want to find our soulmate. But even when you do find your soulmate, if you're, you know, being in that kind of a relationship, a commitment relationship, is the hardest work you will ever do. It's not like you just ride off into the sunset. You still have to, you actually will have to work harder on yourself if you want to keep that love healthy and keep that relationship working. It's, you know, it's still going to be hard work. So well, my point is, it's not about trying to see when we want to get love from someone else. We always have to ask ourselves, instead of wanting to get love from this person, could I bring love? And, you know, that's what we have to do. And anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It will help.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Marjan June. Yeah. So guys, I don't think it's fair that I start reading your questions to David from Facebook because they're gonna ban me from Instagram. So you gotta join our Instagram and he's gotta pick because I can't be doing this. All right, get on Instagram. Yes, David.
Okay, so I'm just looking for one here. Oh, empowerment, healing, faith. Okay. Is this, okay, empowerment, healing, faith. Positive guidance. Guidance on your life. Okay. Positive guidance for empowerment, healing, faith. Is this Nada? Nada? Nada?
Neda.
Nada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Empowerment, healing, faith. Positive guidance for Nada. Positive guidance for Nada.
I think you guys should should get in line for next week lives, guys.
Positive guidance.
It's getting too many requests.
Yeah, whenever I've done these on as well, like we can never answer them all.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's true. There are messages coming through for everybody. There are always messages coming through if you're listening.
Yeah.
But you have to get a little bit quiet. A little bit quiet.
Thank you, David. Little bit quiet, guys. Hi, soulmate, love 11.
So it's saying, I'll show you the cards in a minute, but what I'm getting overall is that you're just a little bit bored right now. Okay, you're a bit bored in your life, and you just feel like you want more spark to your life. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is saying, you know, things are good. It's saying harmony in your life and in your home right now. There's harmony. There's reasons to be grateful. Okay, and number 4 is all about stability. You can see a shape of like a square, and you know, all the colors there. It's everything's good. You know, stable, like financially and as well with spiritual and just happiness. But there's something, you know, you're going deeper as well. This is saying that this card can mean a lot of things, but with you, what I'm picking up right now is that you're really on a spiritual journey. You're investigating and learning more about spiritual things right now. And you need to continue doing that and trusting your intuition. You're really going deep into consciousness. Mm-hmm. And even your dreams and things like that. Just, you know, I don't know if you write them down, but if you remember them, you can write them down. And just notice things that happen to you during the day that are synchronicity, and write them down at the end of the day, because otherwise our mind just will go, it won't take it seriously. But if you write it down, you will see the patterns more.
Yeah.
And here's the part where you're bored. It's just saying you're not being challenged in some way, or there's not enough spark, but look at around, like everything is good. It's abundant and beautiful colors around him, but he's just bored. And he's not really, it's boredom, not satisfied with everything completely. Okay, but there's no reason not to be. Okay, so you just feel flat. Okay, so basically, I just pulled one more card quickly for you. You know, things are getting better. This card's about things going to smoother and harmonious times. It's actually traveling across the water, and the water symbolizes the collective unconscious. Okay, so you're traveling across. You have to go through that. You're going really what this reading is about is not what's going on in life around you. It's about what's going on inside of you spiritually, and it's a spiritual initiation. Really, is what you're going through. It's not I wouldn't call it a dark night of the soul, but it's just it's like a part of consciousness that you have to go through first before you come out the other side, and then you're going to see this will be gone. You'll start to see the colors again. Okay, so
once the consciousness veil is removed, then everything becomes very clear. But
yes.
Before that, we are just unsatisfied, and we're paying more attention to what's missing in our lives and what's not there. But once that veil is, which we all going through that, and the veils are being taken away, we see through a different life of how blessed we are and how we have everything. And
yeah, exactly.
yes.
And we have to write, you don't have to write it down. I like to write it down because I recommend to people to write things down. It doesn't have to be a big long, just a couple of words, because we need all the tools we can get, because the world is always pulling down. The world is always pulling us down with material things, you know. And it's, even when you have the veils come apart and you see, then you come back to 3D, if people call it 3D, like the world, and you feel the heaviness again, and it seems like everything's very real, and that spiritual vision is not real anymore. Yeah. But when you write them down all the time, it starts to become more real. Okay, and then that becomes more real than the actual 3D world after a while. So anyway, okay.
So I see that Mernouche keep asking, Mernouche, please, can you read mine? Would it be possible, David?
Sure. Could you say her name again, please?
Mernouche.
Mernouche.
Yeah, okay. Mernouche. She's there.
Mernouche. Okay. Positive guidance for Mernouche.
She's sending you a lot of colorful loves.
Okay, thank you. Positive guidance for Mernouche. Positive guidance for Mernouche. What does she need to know? Positive guidance for Mernouche. What does she need to know? Okay. There's something challenging right now going on. Something around you that it seems unfair. Like somebody took advantage in some way, or betrayed in some way, or just lied to you or something. There's something like that. It can sometimes mean that you took a victory by taking advantage, but I don't think you did. I think it's somebody around you, okay? And a situation around you that's unfair. Let's just leave it at something that's unfair right now around you. And it's connected with, there's the Ten of Pentacles again. It's connected with property, belongings, and money that's yours, things that belong to you. It could be a document regarding money as well. Something unfair happened with that. But what's happening is that there's going to be revealed. You can't see everything yet. Sometimes we can only see this far ahead. Even with astrology and tarot, we can see a little bit of the energy, but we don't know exactly how that's going to be in the exact form of the 3D world, right? So But what this card is saying is that something more is going to be revealed. A secret is going to come forward that's going to be in your benefit. Okay, that's going to help you understand and see things. You know, when something happens and then later in the future, like down the road a little bit, more information comes to you and you understand better how it was supposed to be. So that's what this card in this situation is saying. It's saying that more will be revealed. You just can't see everything right now because it's still underneath the surface. It's still like the vegetables or the flower is still underneath the ground growing. It didn't come through yet, so it's going to come through, and you're going to see and understand more than what you do right now. Okay, so you know, sometimes I'm sorry about that's just unfairness going on. But this is, remember, these cards happen for everybody. You can be a king, a queen, or just an ordinary person, and this card is part of the energy of the universe that comes through to all of us in 3D world. So it's not a punishment. It's just things that happen to all of us to learn and to grow and to know that we are spirit first and foremost. So I hope that was helpful, Marnoush.
Can I throw something in there for
Absolutely.
Joanna's Day?
Absolutely.
What I'm getting is the message that I got for her is detachment.
Right.
Like, you know, sometimes we are attaching to our wealth or material or the lover or whatever. And in that detachment, it's a lesson on its own that I have to learn to detach from materials, from parents, from lovers, from all that stuff. And this detachment has such a energy in it that is not allowing me to see more. So
Right.
what I got is, if I work on this lesson of detaching myself from whatever it is, then I can see through a different lens that is not lack and scarcity, but is so much there. So that's what I got. I don't know if I'm making any sense or not.
Absolutely. Totally makes sense. And that's so true for all of us, because we all have that program within us where we want security.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having security. But when we want security, we can never have it, because when you want, it means you don't
You
have.
separate. Yeah.
You're always, yeah. So we have to let go of the wanting.
Yeah.
And
So basically, she's holding on so tightly, not to lose what she got. That energy of holding on so tight and attachment is totally against abundance and more coming to you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that way of saying it. I'm just looking for anybody.
Hi, Katie. How are you, love? Sorry, one exception if you can make it. Katie Askew. Her last name is Askew. I don't know where that is from. Can you make an exception for Katie?
Okay, sure. Katie Askew. Okay.
Yeah.
Positive guidance for Katie Askew. Positive guidance for Katie.
Please, can I have a love reading? She's single. Katie is single.
Okay.
All right, Katie.
What does Katie need to know about love? Well, this card's falling out. So sometimes when a card falls out when I'm shuffling, that can be a message.
Okay.
And the Hermit.
Hermit,
So,
Katie.
this is right now, I mean, this can be a lot of things. A lot of us are being the hermit right now with the lockdown. But as well, it's also about finding your inner light. Okay, first of all, but it could be through a teacher that's in your life right now, who could be anybody really, who's showing you where your inner light is, because that's all a teacher can ever do, is show you where your inner light is. And that's what this is saying. Okay, now you see the snake on the floor, okay, and the snake is shaped like the infinity sign. Okay, so that's relating to the infinite part of yourself. Is you're seeing the light on the infinite part of yourself. And also it's a narrow pathway, so you are walking carefully. So I'm just saying you know, it's all about wisdom, and that's that's the spiritual part about you finding love. First of all, is you need to find it in yourself first. That's what that card is just confirming it. Okay.
Yeah, we had that card before too, Katie. It came for someone else regarding love. And it was like, how full or empty am I at this moment? And how can I fill up my cup before I ask from something from out there to fill up my card? We had that before, Katie.
Okay. Okay. What I'm getting first is this card came through. Okay. And this is saying that you're trapped in your mind by your doubts. That you don't believe that you can deserve love. Like deep inside, even though you know there probably another part of you knows you want love, and of course you deserve love. But there's something in your mind, but it's only your mind. It's all in your mind. See, she can easily actually take her blindfold off and walk away. There's nothing, it's just her own prison that she imagined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the first card is the Emperor. Okay, this is a major arcana. Think of what an emperor is. First of all, it's extremely masculine energy. The red is fire. That's masculine energy. You see all the colors of the sun around him. That's masculine energy. And he's a leader. It's a good sign for money, or it could be a man who represents these qualities. A very, I don't know the word right now, but somebody who's very dominant and strong, kind of leader with money and that kind of man. Okay, in your life, but I don't think that is, because you're looking for love. So what it means for you is that you need to have a strategy with love. You need to use your rational thinking and a strategy. Don't just be like emotional and or something like that. That's what I'm getting. You need to be more on a masculine energy with it, like have some kind of a strategy and be organized with how you're going to approach life. Okay, because life is love. And that's what it's saying. It's saying you need to be, or maybe it's saying you are, actually that's what I'm getting, you are maybe too much in your head. I just got, that message just came through. Maybe you're being too much in your head. So take that, because that came through. You're being too much in your head, okay? But you are enthusiastic. This is just pointing out that you have some enthusiasm. This card's all about just the fire. The enthusiasm is there. Okay, lots of fire. But first, before you find love, you have to learn how to surrender. Yeah, you're too much in your head. You're used to wanting to control everything in your life and make things happen a certain way. So it's just saying right now, you need to look at things from a different perspective. Okay, and you need to think of it. You need to be patient. You need to think of it as, even though things seem like they're just in suspension right now, nothing's moving, it's just hanging there. You need to make short-term sacrifices right now for your long-term goal, which is to find love. So don't be in a rush. Think of what sacrifice now. So sometimes to find love, like I said, it's all about, and Sudi said, you need to find that love in yourself. You need to soften up a little bit inside and be open to it, and do whatever inner work you need to do to change, because otherwise we just stay on the same. If we don't do any work, you don't have to be crazy and do all kinds of inner work and that's all you do, but just a little bit goes a long way, and be consistent with it, whatever kind of inner work that appeals to you. That way you can start to change some of those programs, question some of those things that are just programs that were put into you in the past, so that you can then create something new. And that's what I'm getting, is the short-term sacrifices. You need to do some work on yourself and get a new perspective, but in the long term it will pay off. It's just like if somebody wants to change their body or something, they have to give up short-term things like eating their favorite desserts or whatever for a while and not exercising, and they have to change their diet and exercise to get the long-term. They have to give up short-term pleasure for long-term results. So that's what this is. Okay, so I hope that helps. It's just you're too much in your head, and you're, again, not a judgment. You're probably full of love, I'm sure. And, but it just says you're too much in your head trying to figure it out. And let go of trying to figure it out. That's all.
David, can I get what I picked up here?
Yes.
When you show the card that was sun and the energy was very masculine, yes, that one, yeah. So what I picked up for Katie, tell me if this resonates or not, is that Katie has been hurt so many times. Like she thinks that first of all, the question is, why am I so unlucky in love? Why can't I find a partner? And she look at everybody else out there. Oh, they have a partner. The first step is that you're more connected to the missing void part of it than the fullness. So this is what I'm thinking, that you're so much saying, oh, it would be so great to have a partner, and I'm so missing that part, that you don't come from a part that you already have and living with a partner. But the second part that I got from that card is, since she has been hurt and wounded before, she puts a lot of wall, and she's coming out more as a masculine energy, and that she feels more safe of coming strong as a masculine energy, and she's not in touch with her feminine side anymore. So she's not aware that she's coming so masculine that another guy is like, oh, I don't want to be with a man or a masculine energy, and he's backing up.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
So Katie, tell me if that makes sense or not. I could be totally off, but that's what.
The solution is this card here. Just look at that image and just let the images work with you, because it's right. It goes to your right brain, into your soul, into your heart. Just take the image. It's just surrender, letting go, and looking at a fresh perspective with things. And you absolutely can have love. It's just like I said, though, it's just in your mind. It's just in your mind that's blocking you. And we all have that in certain areas. We all have this card on certain areas of our life. Wow. Okay. My phone's saying low battery already.
David, we passed an hour. Do we?
Okay.
We passed an hour. Would you like to do one reading, or would you like us to end? I know it's so involved.
I'll do one more.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I'll do one more because my phone's almost dying. So.
I lost my battery. Okay, you can respond back here. Katie, why aren't you on Instagram? I don't know that. And Afsun too. You could be both places if you have two devices. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to read. I see Mariam Sobani. Would you mind reading mine? Okay, so this is for Mariam Sobani. Positive guidance for Mariam Sobani. Positive guidance for Mariam Sobani. What does she need to know right now for clarity, for insight into her situation? Positive guidance for Mariam Sobani.
We always save the lives, guys. It's on IGTV. Is always saved, and also is going to go, Sad would upload it on YouTube, so you won't miss it. Now we also have it on Facebook, Business Sudi _Burnett. Be here now. You're not going to miss the live. It's going to be saved forever.
Okay. Mariam Sobani. I don't know your real name. I'm just saying your handle, but the first card influencing here is the Page of Pentacles, okay? And this is news and messages, good news and messages about money. First of all, that's the primary meaning of this card. But it can also mean studying, okay? It might mean that you are studying something new, all right? And it can also even sometimes mean a child or a younger person is involved in some way with your situation. Okay, so take that. And in the past, connecting right now, and this is overlapping into now, the Magician. Okay. I don't know why. Usually the Magician is an influence, but I get that I don't know why I get it's related to a man in your life, but I'm going to read it as like somebody who's very, he's like a trickster. Almost like a narcissist, if you know what a narcissist is. Like somebody who's that you think they're really good and really nice and they love you, and then they make you feel confused, somebody like that. But otherwise, if I'm wrong, but that's just something I'm sensing. But if I'm wrong, this is saying that you have whatever's going on in your life, you have all the resources you need right now to reach your goals. You just need to continue focusing and concentrating on what you need to do, and you can absolutely create and manifest whatever it is that you want to create. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck for being able to manifest or create something or reach a goal.
Yippee.
Okay, and well, I'm going to pick one more card after this because this card's very temporary, though. It looks terrible. And it's just an end. When something ends and it's disappointing, like it could be a friendship or somebody that turned out you thought they were your friend,
Yeah.
but they were actually a frenemy, or something like that. Somebody that that just something ended in a disappointing way. Okay, but this is also, like I said, because it's the number 10, it's completion. Number 10 is the final number before it goes up again. So, and you can see behind there, behind the swords, there's light coming through. Okay, so hope is always there. It's kind of like a rock. When you hit a rock bottom, feels like it can't get worse in a certain way. Okay, but it actually is just going to get better now. It can only go up. All right, but I'm going to pick one more card. Okay, another page. So if these aren't about something to do with your children, I'll just leave that with you. This is also it's about news and messages that's a minor disappointment, a small disappointment. That's all. It's like something might have been delayed by a few days that you want it to be now, something like that. Okay, and that's what's going on. Just something that you were looking forward to. It's a bit delayed, and it's not quite the way. It didn't work out the way it's not going to work out the way that you want it to. All right. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. You just need to, and one more card. I like to end on a positive note for you. This is all about judgment. Is things are going to be reborn, and something's going to be healed again. That has its roots in the past. Something that has its roots in the past is going to be brought back to life. Okay, and it's also means that you're being called to something, and you want to see the horn blowing, the trumpet is blowing. That's something is calling you, and you can trust that and answer that call. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dave. That was
you're
great.
welcome. My pleasure.
Okay, guys, so next time you got to get on our live earlier so you could be first so David can do your reading. Also, my support team will respond if you guys have any questions. We switch from direct messaging on my Instagram to Sudhi Burnett _support. So please send in your questions, Sudhi Burnett _support. David, thank you so much. So we will see you again next Monday at 11.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Love and blessing. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye Facebook. Bye.